Hi everyone, my name is Leon. I recently did a Vipassana meditation retreat, 10 days, 11 hours of meditating per day, 10 days silence. And during the Vipassana, I had a beautiful peek through the veil into another dimension. And I'd like to shortly share what happened. And then I'll make another video where I give more of a detailed description of how we do it. So what happened during this retreat? So like I said, 10 days of silence. There was a group of other people as well. 11 hours of Buddhist meditation every day. And the meditation entails to, with your awareness, to basically scan the sensations of the body. So we were doing this like all day long with breaks in between. And on day 8, oh no, it was before that already, actually. I found myself walking outside, and then I'll do this little technique where I just sort of almost like push myself into the edges of my body, like into my awareness, like into my extremities and the edges of my body, like pop in, and then nature would really reveal itself in all its magnificence. It started happening so easily. It was quite beautiful, and the trees have this way to whisper, and the plants have this way to sort of show off their fantasticness and their shape and their color. Oh, it's amazing. It's like quite heavenly, like so beautiful. Anyway, so these were little snippets. This is something that I have felt before in my life, also when I was meditating into the body. So it was not completely unfamiliar, and I wasn't freaked out by it. But then on day 8, sometimes we could meditate in our rooms, and in this particular moment I was meditating in my room. I had drunk a lot of water, and I was actually moving a little bit, moving my spine, and the next minute I started purging. Well, actually, before I started purging, I remember, I started feeling like the light just like coming into my body. This light, it's a sensation of light, and I started purging. Like my whole body was just light, and I went outside, and everything was more beautiful than I could ever have imagined. So beautiful, and everything at the same time. And also very bright. It was very cool to see this in nature, stronger in nature. Everything was really bright, and I almost want to say thin. And my whole body was starting to feel this like a pulse, a vibrating woof, woof, woof. Oh, I can feel it now. Like vibrating. And it was like the whole of nature, the sky, everything was also pulsing in this vibration, and almost like pulsing in and out of realness. And I was actually starting to panic, because it's so brilliant that it's like a bit overwhelming. And it felt to me that if I released into this pulse, then I would disappear. I would dissipate. I would cease to exist as this 3D reflection. I actually started perceiving for a moment that that it's a reflection. And it's so thin, yet so beautiful. Oh my word. So I was like, I had to speak to the one facilitator woman, and I said, I'm tripping. It feels like I've had 4 grams of mushrooms, but I haven't had any mushrooms. I was like, I felt like I was tripping, but tripping for real, into this new reality. And I knew I had to ground myself. And fortunately, because I work with this energy with my clients and helping to discharge, I was grounding myself. I was lying on the earth, and like the energy was rippling through my body. Woof, 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 woof. I was just putting my hands and my feet on the ground. And at some point, I went into the eating hall. It was supper time, and all the other people, even though they were standing close to me, all the other people were so far away, like far away. It felt like I was sitting in the back seat of my body. Like, I'm not really my body. I'm just in here. It's incredible. So this just lasted. I managed to contain that incredible pulse that was quite overwhelming. I managed to contain that. I felt like I had to bring myself just more into the 3D little squash. And it helped. I tied my hair into a knot, into a bun. And that really helped to pull me together. And that evening, we had a little lecture to listen to and another meditation, and I wasn't sure if I could meditate because I was just going to pop out again, or not out away, but through. But I just kept my eyes open to just keep the intensity like under control. It was amazing. So still the next day I was still like in bliss. Everything was just so beautiful. And on the last day, I had normalized almost completely. I could still see the beauty. So beautiful. I'd normalized, and the last meditation that we did, we were doing the body scan again. And I was focusing completely only on feeling my body, like moving through it, my awareness. And suddenly I became aware that my awareness was also outside the hall, that I could perceive through the wall. It wasn't like super sharp and clear, and it wasn't like I was running around outside. I was still sitting inside, but I was aware of what was outside the walls, the mountains and the valley. I could feel it. Oh yeah, and what I wanted to add was during my dimensional peek through, it felt like I could see with my body, like with every cell of my body, I could see. But the thing is, when you see, perceive, become aware with the vibration that sits in between the cells, then you see things as they really are, and not through the interpretive mind. And seeing things as they really are really gives scope for massive possibility. So yeah, and then finally just driving back from the retreat, an hour and a half in the car outside Cape Town, the Western Cape. Do you have any idea how beautiful this place is? Like, whoa. If you start checking it out with your body energy, it's like, oh my word, I actually live in heaven. This is like bringing heaven to earth. So I was driving, the other ladies catching a lift with me were talking in the car, but I was like tripping. I was tripping balls on life. So I had to drive, and then I had to just like become aware of my hands and my arms and my feet and my spine and my face. And the movie I was driving in was fantastic. It was so beautiful. The trees were like, whoa! The mountains were like, hallelujah! We stopped for coffee along the way, and we walked past this little river, little stream of water, and I started crying when I saw the beauty of that stream. Oh, and all the plants around it. It's like, oh, how perfect they are. They are so perfect. But anyway, and there were these small children also playing by the little brook of water, the stream. And you know what? I can remember as children we saw. As children we saw things as they are in all its beauty and magnificence and possibility. And the avenue of perceiving is through the sensual body. I'll make another video where I describe the technique of activating this, what I call the sixth sense of seeing things as they really are. Hearing, peeking into the next dimension, touching through the veil. It's time to wake up. And some of you are ready, and you know it. When I say it, you know it.